Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. The only source of knowledge is experience. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. If people are good only because they fear punishment, and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. There are two ways to live: You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. We still do not know 1/1000% of what nature has revealed to us. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. The environment is everything that isn't me. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Before God we are all equally wise, and equally foolish. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Without deep reflection one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong, it is character. Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind. Never do anything against conscience even if the state demands it. When you are courting a nice girl an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift.